Alright, you guys, welcome back to Misty's Pleasures of Life. Good old southern home cooking and bacon. And it feels pretty decent out here today. It's not too hot. There's a breeze. But we are doing our prepping for our fall garden. So there's a lot of things that I'm going to be pulling up. Like this right here. I never got any purple peppers, and I don't understand why. It's too late in the season. I'm going to go ahead and pull these up and use this grow bag for what I want to use it for. And I'm just going to plant directly in there. But we're going to go ahead and start prepping with some of our grow containers. And I'll explain to you what I am planting.
The oven's aglow, the table's set white. Family and friends, come on inside. With each loving dish, we create our own tales. In every sweet moment, happiness prevails. Gather round, let the good times roll. Home cooking magic, it feeds the soul. From pies to stews, every bite's a delight. At Misty's Pleasures, everything feels right.
Alright, I left my reading glasses inside. That's not good. Okay, so I am in zone 7A for my planting. It's really important that you pinpoint what your zone is in the area you live in, so you know exactly what to grow and what not to waste time on, like taking up space in your garden, because there are so many things that might grow foliage but they never produce any fruit or vegetable or whatever you're trying to do. So it's important to target that. So for me, this is August 8th through 15th that I'm focusing on. And I'm going to start with red leaf lettuce. It is perfect for my zone. I'm going to do spinach. I've already got radishes out there. I don't like beets. I am not a beet girl, so I'm not doing beets. I do like turnips, but I don't feel like fooling with them because I don't know if I'm the only one who will end up liking them. I don't know if Spongy will like them or not. And I don't have any mustard greens, but I am going to do collard greens. And then we are also going to do some more carrots. Now there's specific kinds of carrots that you want to do. You can do the baby ones, they're perfect. I'm doing the Chardonnay red cord carrots. They're also fast growers. Also, I am doing Black Beauty zucchini. Now you can do zucchini, you just have to pick the right hybrid plant. So Black Beauty is what I'm going with because it can be harvested sooner. It grows faster. And Black Beauty needs 45 to 60 days. So we're at August 8th, and that's the date from seed. So we're at August 8th. That would put it around October 10th when it could be harvested, which is way before frost. Last year we didn't have our first frost until pretty much the end of October. So we were good to go on that. But Black Beauty, if you do zucchini, Black Beauty is one of the main ones you want to go with. Black Beauty is 45 to 50 days. Golden Glory is also another one. Now another thing, you can use row covers to save your plants too. You can do that. So I'm going to go ahead and start pulling stuff up and just start planting the seed, and then we'll talk. Now this right here is just some, pretty much just topsoil. It's got some perlite mixed in with it. Just some other things are mixed in with it. And yes, I really shouldn't be using my hand because it gets dirt all up under my fingernails. So I'll use my little weed thing to get in here. But what I'm trying to do is turn this into a rich compost, really. And then I'll mix it in with other dirt and everything. But I'm going to take leftover tomatoes, cucumbers, all of that. I'm going to take 1 tomato and I'm going to bury it in here. And I'm just going to drop some pieces of cucumber in. And cover those up too. And then I'm just going to sit this off to the side and let it break down. And I'll be using that to put it directly into one of the garden beds later on. But right now I'm just going to sit it probably under a chair or something and let it break down. Now this is just one of my indoor plants I brought out here so that it could get the coloration that I wanted to get. But I'm going to be taking it back in. So these, I'm going to go ahead and pull everything out of all these containers. Because I think I might try planting these into the ground because I'm almost certain that they're kind of a sunflower. I just can't remember for sure. So I'll set these off to the side. All of these though, I'm just gonna, because it's just too late, they're not gonna do anything. So I'm gonna pull them out of this cup. And then I'll plant something in here. I always start my seeds in a grow cup or grow container. Never directly into the ground. I don't, personally. I'm going to have to bring some water out here because these are dry. And nothing ever grew in these. Like nothing ever came up. Okay, what I decided to do in this grow bag and then those vegetables I put in this pot, I'm just going to put in this grow bag and then plant on top of it. Because that would be really, really good, rich soil. So what had been in there had been the purple pepper plant that never did anything for me. Like it never did anything. And what else put in there? Oh, my, there was another kind of pepper. I forgot what kind it was now. Get under there, tomato. We don't want to see you. All right, y'all, I've cleaned up out here on the porch. That bag is trash. It's got to go. But our grow bags are ready to go. I'm going to add some dirt. Remember, we already have compost. I'm going to add some earthworm casings right there. All this is nice and cleared off. All our plants. But yeah. And then this is where I'm going to be propagating the ones that are going to go into the actual ground in the garden. Next, let's talk about what I believe the top 10 fall crops should be going into your garden. All right, y'all, in these 2 grow bags, what I'm going to plant is the prize head red leaf lettuce. And I'm going to do the normal Paris Island romaine lettuce. These are going to be in one grow bag together. And then in the other grow bag, I'm going to do the Swiss chard. Should I do Swiss chard and spinach? I'm not sure. So I'm going to just make little areas here and put just maybe 3 seeds. The seeds are so little. A few right there. We'll put just a few right here. And then I'll put a few right here. So that will be our Paris Island romaine. All right, now on this side, I'm going to do the red leaf. Put some more right here. And just a little bit right here. This is one of your top 10 crops that you should plant for the fall. This is your first 2. Your red leaf lettuce and your regular romaine lettuce. And they can grow together because they are in the same plant. They're both lettuce, they're both in the same family. And they'll complement one another. Can you pause that? Can you stop that? So in this bag, we're doing the Swiss chard. We'll do the Swiss chard, and I don't know if I want to do the collard in here with it or not. So I think I'm just going to make this all Swiss chard. So this is your, basically your second fall crop out of the top 10 you should have in your garden. Of course, pumpkins, yes. But you would have already had those planted. You're not aiming that at me. You would have already had those planted. It's not on me.
It is.
And they would have been in the ground since July. So this is just going to be all Swiss chard, I decided. So we're just going to go around and put all Swiss chard. This is great in your salads. It's really good for you. And let's hope that it grows well for us. Oh, you didn't stop that. Stop. All right, so you have okay. So you have your pumpkin, which again, you should have planted depending on what zone you're in. My zone should have been around the 1st of July, maybe even a little bit earlier. So I'm teetering on that line. So pumpkin is your first. I know I said the lettuce was the first. Pumpkin would be my first. And then the red leaf lettuce and the Prince romaine lettuce. You could say those are two different crops, but they're both lettuce. So, and then you have your Swiss chard. All right, over here, like I said, these are the ones that are going to go directly into the ground. So our fourth crop is the Chantenay red cord carrots. So I'm going to do I don't know, 3 of them. These are fast growers. They mature in about 55 to 65 days. Also, another crop in the top 10 that I already have in the ground are radishes. So radishes are excellent in your salad. They go in different kinds of recipes. They're also fast growers. They are fast harvesters. So normally with radishes, you are ready to pull those up from 30 days to 40 days. Otherwise, if you leave them in the ground too long, they're going to get really woody and the texture is just going to get messed up. They're not going to be as good. So they're perfect as a fall crop. All right, so those 3 are our carrots, and I need to go do a tag before I forget. Okay, next we are doing the Bloomsdale long-standing spinach, and we will do 3 of these. And yes, y'all, it is humid out here now. I'm ready to go in. So that was our spinach. All right, next on that top 10 fall list is our collard greens. So I'm going to do 3 containers of the collard greens. Okay, and then we're going to do our Black Beauty zucchini. Remember, this is the perfect one to do for fast growing, and it just has excellent taste. It's really good. We just dropped 2 seeds in. And then, of course, there's your sweet potato slips. Now, depending on what area you are in, what zone, you can do your sweet potato slips. They are so wonderful to have to grow yourself. Now, if they don't get big enough, if you're in a zone like I am, and you accidentally forgot to plant them, and you're planting them now, you'll still get some, but they won't be real big tubers. So what you can do is you can collect the ones you get and then save the rest as slips, plant as house plants. They make beautiful, beautiful house plants. And then next year, plant them. You would normally want to plant these, I would say, mid-June, because they need about 120 days. These are the Centennial. They need about 120 days for full maturity. So just keep that in mind. But this is always, always a fall plant I love to have. And then you have your cucumber. Now, I don't know if I want to do any more cucumber this year. I might go ahead and do some. But I've had so many cucumbers coming out of my ears. Right now I'm making pickles to fry, to make fried pickles. I've made dill pickle spears. I put them in salad. I put them on top of recipes. I love cucumbers, but after a while, you know, you get kind of tired of them. But this should be on your top 10 crop list for fall. It's an excellent grower, and it grows excellently in cooler temperatures. So we will do cucumbers, and we will do 2. All right, y'all, I know I don't have any makeup on, but y'all saw me out there working hard. So I hope you have enjoyed this vlog on the top 10 fall crops to have in your garden. Now, some of them that I have named, I did not plant. Like, I didn't do turnips, but turnips are fast growers, and The thing with them is they're dual purpose. You can eat the greens and the root. So it's great crop. It's a great crop. Only reason I didn't do it is because I didn't know if I would be the only one to eat them or not. And I didn't want to have to eat a whole bunch of turnips. So the ones that I chose that I feel are the best. And when I say pumpkins, pumpkins are harvested in the fall. They're not planted in the fall. I planted mine a little bit late. But mine should be ready around mid-October if everything goes really well. And I have my fingers crossed that it does. One of them that's really, really good is radishes, because you can turn around harvests of radishes within 15 to 25 days. Sometimes it takes 30, but you really can get a bunch of radish if you have a nice toiled earth, meaning it's been tilled really well, because they like to grow deep, and you want them to get nice and rounded. When they're ready, you will see the tops of them come to the surface. You will see them. And then you can eat the leaves of them too. They're really good in salad. All right, so the top 10 on my list that I have chosen to do, which I've still got stuff out there growing that I planted way early in the summer, that I'm still growing. Now, probably I might harvest a few more tomatoes, but after that, I'm going to pull those, and within the next week, I am going to plant the sweet potato slips that I have. Now, I'm late doing that. I don't know how much of a harvest I'll get, but I will have, no matter how you look at it, I will have plants to use for indoor plants to keep alive, and they make beautiful indoor plants to plant next spring and have them then. And if that's the case, if that's what happens, then I will be doing an entire playlist on different recipes for sweet potatoes. But we'll see what happens. They are a must on your list, because Thanksgiving, all of that, everybody loves sweet potatoes. So I have pumpkins, sweet potatoes, cucumbers. Cucumbers grow better in cooler weather than in hot weather. I promise you they do. They grow so much better, and you don't have to worry about them looking halfway crazy, like grown crazy. They'll grow beautifully. Spinach, wonderful crop for the fall, loves cool weather. Carrots of any kind, really. The Chardonnay, the Nantes, and the Danvers all love frost. So the first frost is going to give them an even sweeter taste. Wonderful crop. Gotta have it. One that a lot of people might not even think about are sunflowers. Now, you don't plant sunflowers now. I planted them way early in summer. But you do harvest the seeds in the fall. You harvest the seeds to plant new sunflowers next year, and to have roasted sunflower seeds, roasted sunflower seeds in your salad, just all kinds of things you can do with them. They're so good. Same thing with pumpkin seeds. I love roasted pumpkin seeds. Love, love, love them. They're good. Good. Black Prince zucchini. It is not too late to do it. You want to go with Black Prince. It is an excellent zucchini. It has excellent flavor. It does well in cool weather, and it grows better in cool weather. So I've got that planted. I've got it, ready to move from where I'm growing it in this little container to then it'll go into the ground. Red leaf lettuce and green leaf lettuce. Both wonderful spring crops and fall crops, because they need to be grown in cooler weather. They do well in the fall. So we have said pretty much all of them. We have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that was 10. Now, some others you can do are beets. I am not a beet girl. I don't like beets. Don't give me no beet. I do not like them. But you can plant those. You can do kale. You can do bok choy is excellent to grow in cool temperatures. And if you like to do a lot of Asian stir fries, it would be perfect. There's a few others you can do, but those are the main ones, y'all. So again, if you like this video,
like a train, you'll hear me coming from 100 miles away. I don't ever remember running as fast as when I'm after you to stay. When I tell you that I promise, that's exactly what I mean. It's you, yeah, it's always been you, and everyone